Today, my all dear students, we shall discuss of the lyric. Lyric was very famous in 16th century in Elizabethan age. And what is lyric? From where it has been taken, we shall have to discuss about this. The lyric is a Greek word lyre, and the word lyric is derived or taken from the Greek word lyre. So never forget that original word is lyre and lyric comes from this Greek word lyre. Lyre, what does it mean, lyre? Lyre is a musical instrument. Lyre means a musical instrument, a Greek musical instrument. Originally, it was a short song meant to be sung with the lyre. So lyre is a musical instrument. It is always used in Greece country. So it is a Greek musical instrument, and the song, it was very short and it was sung with the help of this Greek musical instrument, the lyre. So the word lyric is derived from the Greek word lyre, a musical Greek instrument, and it was a short song meant to be sung with the help of this musical instrument lyre. Lyric is a short poem. First of all, that lyric is not a lengthy or an elaborate poem. It is a very short poem, a musical composition, because we find there music, and it is a short musical composition in which the poet expresses, he expresses his personal thoughts, his personal views, his subjective feelings, his emotions, everything he tries to express himself completely in the lyric. So we find in the lyric all his personal thoughts, feelings, emotions, likes and dislikes, everything we feel or we have in the lyric of the poet. It deals with a single mood. It is very important that a lyric always carries only one mood, a single mood. If poet is sad, then he is sad. If he is happy, then he is happy. So we don't find a blend of different kinds of emotion, but we always find only a single emotion, a single feeling, or a single mood of the poet. The native place, because the lyric has been taken from the Greek word lyre, so the native place of lyric is originally Greece. It was Greece country where we find this lyric, and the Greeks divided their songs into two classes. So there were two classes of the lyric, that is lyric poetry and choric song. It was Greeks who divided their songs into two categories, that is lyric poetry and choric song. Lyric poetry, which was sung by a single voice with the lyre, means there was only a single singer, there was a single voice, maybe of male, maybe of female, but with the help of the musical instrument, that was the lyre, Greek musical instrument. So lyric poetry, which was sung with the help of this instrument only by a single voice, means by a single voice, by only a single singer. But choric, that is chorus, group, choric, that is group. So choric song, it was sung by a group of persons. It was sung in chorus, and it was sung not by a single voice but by a group of persons. So Greeks divided their songs into these two kinds of categories. But today, lyric may be any kind of emotion, of zeal, disgust. Today we find that there may be any kind of emotion, any kind of feeling. That's mean that zeal, disgust, passion, or depression. The poet may be full of hate, the poet may be full of passions, may be full of enthusiasm, or he may be sad, he may be pessimist, he may be very depressive also. And this is why that the theme, the area of lyric is very wide, because we can have a lot of emotions in the lyrics. Hudson also writes about the lyric. A lyric is almost unlimited. Unlimited, there is no limit of the theme, no limit of the range, in range and variety, for it may touch nearly all aspects of experience. It depends on the poet what kind of feeling, what kind of experience he is going to express to his readers. So a lyric is almost unlimited in range and variety, for it may touch nearly all aspects of experience. A lyric appeals more to the heart, because lyric, it is coming from the heart, so directly it will touch the heart of its reader. The poet is writing all the emotions that is within the deep corner of his heart. So this is the reason that a lyric appeals, it always appeals more to the heart than to the intellect. When I say that it is appealing to the heart than to the intellect, this means because the lyric is full of emotions. So it is much more emotional than intellectual. It gives expression to a single emotion of the poet. As you have been told here that it deals with a single mood or emotion, because it carries always a single emotion, a single mood of the poet. So a lyric gives expression to a single emotion of the poet. Then another one is that what are the main characteristics of a lyric? All the main characteristics of a lyric, they are, the very first is, one by one we shall discuss all the characteristics of lyrics. The very first characteristic of a lyric is that it is short. It is short, it is not lengthy, it is not elaborate, but it is a very short poem. It is short in form and it is musical, because it is a musical composition. It is lyric and there must be music, there must be rhythm. So it is a musical poem. It is a short poem and it is also a musical poem. All these are the characteristics of a lyric and they are very important for the examination to be understood. And musical, the poet expresses, because he is going to express his emotions, so the poet expresses his feelings musically. And the music may be fast, it depends on the mood of the poet. The music may be fast or the music may be slow, but there is always a music in the lyric. Third one characteristic of a lyric is it is always subjective. As we have known very well that a lyric is an expression of the poet's emotions, of the poet's mood, of the poet's feeling. So definitely it is not objective, it is subjective. And subjective, that is that the poet is talking of his subject, of his mood, of his feelings. So he is talking of himself. He is not expressing others. He is not talking of others, of an object, but he himself is the subject of his poem, of his lyric. So it is subjective. A lyric is always subjective. It is sometimes connected with narrative poetry. It may be sometimes may be related to any other narrative poetry wherein the poet relates events in the form of a story. But it is subjective because the poet expresses his personal thoughts, his personal likes, dislikes, his experiences may be sweet or may be bitter. His feelings, his emotions, everything he expresses, and this is why that the lyric is the expression of poet's own mind. It is the expression of poet's own mind. Next characteristic of a lyric is imaginative or realistic. Imaginative or realistic. It may be both. A lyric may be both. It may be imaginative or it may be realistic. It depends on the mood, on the feelings of the poet, that what kind of lyric he is composing, what kind of experience he is expressing to his readers. So a lyric may be full of imagination or full of reality. It may be both. The poet may be either in imagination or the poet may be in reality. Next characteristic, that is unpremeditated. Unpremeditated, that is William Wordsworth. He has given the definition of poetry, that is poetry is a spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. Means when you are in deep emotions, when you are in deep mood, you are full of feelings, then it is not possible for you to control your feelings. You just express them. If tears comes in your eyes, then you don't try to control them, but you just let them share, let them express your mood of feelings. So it is not premeditated. Meditated, thoughtful, that is, or that you have pre-planned, but it is a lyric is always unpremeditated, that is unpre-planned. It is not pre-planned, but it is unpre-planned, or it is spontaneous. Spontaneous, it is directly coming from the heart, and the poet is not trying to control his emotions, but he is expressing each and everything to his readers, whatever is coming to his heart. So most important quality of a lyric is that a lyric is always unpre-planned, unpremeditated, or it is very spontaneous. That is also another important quality of a poetry. Sixth characteristic of a lyric is that it is an expression. Of course, as you have been told that it carried a single mood, a single emotion. So a lyric is not a mixture of different types of emotions. You are sad, now you are happy, now you are depressed, now you are full of emotions. You are full of emotions of pessimism, optimism. No, there goes always only one mood, one emotion, one expression of the poet. So a lyric is an expression of only one emotion, only one mood. So just keep this in your mind, that lyric is an expression of only one single emotion or mood. Seventh one, that is also that because the lyric is full of emotions, so the poet doesn't care of the very hard or difficult words, figure of speech, punctuations. No, at that time his focus is only to express his feelings of his heart. So it must be, and it is always very simple in language. When I say that it is simple in language, that means that we don't need to take the help of a dictionary to understand the language of the poet. It is full of feelings, so we can very well understand what he wants to say, what he wants to express. So the thought is also very simple, and the language is also very simple, because we needn't to take the help of a teacher, help of a dictionary, help of any kind of notes book, if we are aware of the background of the lyric or poem. So there we find a simplicity in language and thought. And eighth one, the characteristics of lyric is that is it is very emotional, of course, because it is subjective, and because it is full of all kinds of experiences, and it is directly coming from the heart of the poet. So it is very emotional in tone and in the idea. So this was the lyric, that is a short musical poem, and all were the characteristics of lyric.